Hi there, this is Dr. Todd Janak here at Mount Dora Family Chiropractic, and in this short video I just want to talk about the three most common types of vertigo. And first of all, if you're suffering from vertigo or know anybody that does, it can be pretty brutal, extremely uncomfortable. So senses of the room spinning, losing balance, fullness of the head. It can accompany neck pain and brain fog and a whole host of things, but it can be very disruptive to life, to not being able to leave the house or drive and things like that. So those who are suffering are often looking for answers and are usually frustrated because it's hard to find an answer, or more importantly, a simple solution. So let's go through these first three. The first one that we're looking at is called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. Very common. That's kind of a mouthful, otherwise known as BPPV. Simply put, you've got in your inner ear, there's these little tubes called semicircular canals, and there are calcium crystals that can come loose and be positioned in the wrong part of that canal, which then can elicit vestibular dysfunction and thus dizziness or vertigo, okay? Now with that one, there are some exercises, positional exercises you can do. The most known exercise is called the Epley maneuver, E-P-L-E-Y, and that is putting the body in specific positions to reposition those crystals such that it will reduce or eliminate the vertigo symptoms. Check another video for that. If you can't find ours, you can YouTube it and see how to do it. It's something that you can do at home. You'll likely need someone to assist you, all right? The other one that I want to talk about is Meniere's. Now that's a more complex issue. Meniere's is awfully misunderstood as well, but it usually includes fullness of the ear. Generally there's ringing of the ear, otherwise known as tinnitus or tinnitus. Hearing loss is often accompanied over time with Meniere's. And then of course with Meniere's you can get vertigo, but it usually comes in very intense random bouts, okay? Whereas BPPV is more positional. You know, you bend over a certain way or move a certain way, the crystals move, and the person will feel that dizziness or vertigo. With Meniere's, it can seemingly come out of nowhere and it can hit very hard and be very debilitating, along with all the other symptoms. The other one, most common, which is really a slam dunk for us to help with, is cervicogenic. Cervical meaning up in the neck, the cervical spine. So that is usually caused from dysfunction or misalignment in the joints, which causes abnormal input, sensory input from the nervous system to the vestibular nucleus. So try not to get too techie. This vestibular nucleus is part of your brainstem. It's receiving input from your inner ear, your eyes, and your spine. In fact, 70% of that input is coming from your spine and other body parts to the vestibular nucleus. So what happens is when there's a misalignment in the neck, it causes a sensory mismatch. So a mismatch of information from your spine and your body, your inner ear and your eyes. And so it's like the brain is confused as to where you are in space. And now we're getting dizziness and or vertigo symptoms, okay? Meniere's in chiropractic, especially in our office with the very specialized type of work we do in the craniocervical junction, we can really help a lot with those. Again, cervicogenic's kind of a slam dunk. Meniere's can be trickier, but we can certainly help and reduce those symptoms. Benign positional paroxysmal vertigo, again, that's more inner ear. So if you've done the Epley maneuver and other exercises, if that hasn't resolved this, then that is likely not the cause of your dizziness and vertigo. You may have some other causes. So if you're trying things at home, great. Otherwise, give us a call and we can do a screening to see if you would be a good candidate for care in our office and if we can help you. So thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.